Hello, guys. Welcome back to episode 7. Today, I wanted to show you guys a bit of the sort of mechanics of the game that involves the other characters, sort of the whole range of options that are available to you in terms of sort of a non-combat oriented sort of gameplay. So we've already made to the third sort of stage, and but we haven't, since we're playing on the easiest difficulty, we haven't unlocked everything. We've sort of done the minimal, sort of the least amount of work possible to get to where we are. We can now, because our inventory clutters over time, we're just going to handing our quests as we go. We've already sort of cleared this part of the map, and we've already went through this part of this region. And you're just sort of going through the story, exploring, doing just random stuff. And in order to know, if you want to know how to progress to the next stage, you just go to your stage and click on the next stage, and it tells you that you have to sort of defeat you sort of have to sort of like the first ascension, the third ascension is sort of like gathering these pearls of the different elements. Basically, again, sort of different Pokemon dungeons and defeating a boss, which and four sort of, I believe, dungeons. I think these are dungeons that you have to fight. I don't exactly remember. I think these are. I'll show you. I'll show you eventually. But for our episode, for our what we want to do now is sort of talk to people and. Locating, identifying people of great interest, right? So this person is actually very high ranking, but she's married. That's fine. We can still talk to them, right? Like, it's nothing, nothing wrong with that. So, we're just looking through different people. They're all higher than us. So this one is Golden Pearl. This one is sort of like the concretization of spirit. That sounds pretty Hegelian. Maybe like the absolute stage, if you, a concrete or I don't know exactly how to translate it in a sort of. Oh, she's pretty. In a very efficient manner, right? So after we've sort of found someone we're interested in, okay, never mind. So we're still looking for people of great interest. So this person looks pretty interesting, and she has good attributes, right? She kicks ass. She's good at swords. We're good at swords. There's a good chance that she might have sword related items that we can get from her eventually, right? So after you've talked to them, right, chatted with them, you can't get more friendlier than them in the same turn or same sort of month by talking to them again. So you can do a variety of things. You can, of course, you can ask them for things. You can spar with them. So the person will decide whether or not they want to spar with you, and it doesn't really matter if you win. Against the person in sparring, right? So clearly we won't win because she's a lot stronger than we are. But what this does, right, just by letting her kick our ass, basically, we're sort of sucking up to the person, right? We're sort of like getting to know the person better, right? Sort of thing. And after that, the person's become more familiar with us, right? And if she's still not, sort of cozying up to us, right? We can chew the fat with them, right? So she doesn't want to do that. So we can find somebody else who might, be easier to talk to, right? And to do this, you need to have pretty good charm, and we have good charm. We have maximum charm, right? So it should be very easy for us to do this, but again, there is some luck involved. Again, this person is married, and we're just looking for somebody. We're just looking for love. Basically, we're looking for somebody to love. This person doesn't like us either. So we can. I really don't want to cuckold somebody, so I'm just gonna go and well, find somebody else to, actually, I think let's go to the school and check it out. So this school is Wind and Water. That doesn't work for us. I'm gonna go ahead and check out different schools as well, just to see what they offer. Just to get things started as we are, and then we have time to waste, right? So this one is Blade and Finger. Let me check. So we're Blade and Sword and Wind. So ideally, we're looking for Sword and Wind, right? Or Blade and Wind. We can definitely go with that school if we so choose to go with Wind. It's one of the stronger attributes because its movement ability is very strong. So person bragging with us, basically, chew the fat with us, and just. So this tells us that there is a meth addict around this school, which is here. We can fight that meth addict, but I don't want to. So these are the sort of the dungeons that you have to fight in order to make the next progression, and they need 3 fruits for the sort of talents, the different kind of talents that the schools offer, and you offer 3 fruits to like a turtle. I'll just show you, why not? Yeah. So you offer 3 fruits to a turtle, and so I'll just show you the dialogue, right? I don't have the 3 fruits with me. So it's like, little guy, who are you? You lost, but whatever. I'm not interested in you anyway. But here's some kind of fated or event that can be sort of beneficial or be advantageous to you. Do you see the sort of aura or I don't know how to translate this, Fazhen, which is sort of like a formation or stratagem, well, magical formation, right? Like he says, there's a lot of goodies underneath. If you give me 3 fruits, 3 spiritual fruits, or like sort of like One Piece, like devil fruits, right? I will help you to open this formation and obtain the goodies underneath. And during this process, there will be a lot of monsters. And you must help. You must make sure that I don't die, right? Or I'm not harmed. And then you can sort of give him the fruit. I only have 1. I'm not gonna do this. So this is like a pretty standard turtle. And there are goodies inside. I don't know if you can, if it's repeatable. You can hit these jars repeatedly. So this will give you one of the items that you need in order to make the progression. But I just got these things, pretty nice. You can sell them for currency. So eventually we'll have to come back, right? So now we're just gonna go to the next school, and if they don't offer us, so this is another random event. As you walk by a village, you see that there's only very old and very young people. There's no one sort of like no youthful or young people, and you ask that 3 years ago all the strong able-bodied men went to a island or isle in the middle of a lake, and now has come back since. You felt strange, and you asked the villagers, and nobody answered. But at night, one of the older women came to you, and from her, she told you that 100 years ago, the village saved a Dao, a person of the Dao, from the lake, and the village had great abundance, or the crops are very good that year, and they put on a banquet to sacrifice to the god, right? And after the person of the Dao, or the monk, or the sage, or the hermit, got drunk, he said that in the middle of the island there is a valuable treasure, and he was he was sort of he went unconscious because he went to get the treasure, and when everybody wanted to ask him more, he recognized that he was speaking more than he should, or he was telling more than he should, right? And the next day, the person died of intoxication, okay, died of drinking too much. And after the people buried him, they all went to the middle of the island, but now has come back. 3 years ago, the lake started to fog, and the people of the village remembered this thing, and the young people went to treasure hunt again, and the old lady tells you to find her kin, or her basically her son or her nephew. Is that what you call a nephew? Yeah. And you said, sure. And then he's like, oh, you comfort her and you get some reputation, right? Next year, the next day, you went to the lake and it's still foggy. There's a formation that's preventing you. Do you want to go forward? Sure. I don't know what. So you went to the middle of the lake, and then you recognize that you were on somebody else's land. I don't think I'm strong enough, but to just show you guys what it's like, I'm ready to sort of die for it. It's just a frog. It's just a frog. Oh god. Look at that damage. Okay, so the frog is one of those mini bosses that does a lot of damage if you just let him hit you, right? But if you dodge his attacks, it's fairly easy to fight. Fairly easy to fight if you dodge. My sword is not very accurate, but it's all good. Pretty cool ultimate. Nice. Nice-u, as the kids say. So we've done that, and we should get some rewards from it. If you met him, if they were light, you would not be able to fight him. So a sort of a pill dropped, a soul pill. Oh, I see. So this is the quest. Okay, and then you went inside again to a cave, and you found a translucent branch of some tree, and just as you touched the branch, a light went past the branch and went into your body, so you got 20% increased training speed, so the amount of which you can progress. So you tell people to find their kin, and they all died, and then it's like you should leave, right? Okay, good. So that's a mini story. Pretty cool. So now that I got 20% extra training, so this should give me more. Okay, that's not too much more. Maybe it would be better fighting mobs. I don't know. This is one of the sort of medicine areas. You could gather medicine here. Okay, no, not enough time in the month. Oh, this is falling off my attempts. Okay, so we can sort of go check out the school up there. I was just exploring the map just to see all the different things that are offered to me. There's an auction going on somewhere over there. There was a great sort of wind that blew you off the cliffs, and a lion-headed moose or deer, horned creature or Kirin that lifted you up, picked you up from as you dropped off, right? And then he left after. So it gave you two fire, which I suppose okay. I only have 8. That's fine. That's pretty. It's always good to get extra things. So this one is fire and palm. Not what we're looking for. So we're just gonna go travel a bit more. And then go back to town, because we're because we have to find the different sort of pearls, either by either by gathering the various things or defeating the bosses that spawn in these areas, I'm just gonna go travel around and see what's offered or where the Pokemon regions are, right? So this is one of the regions or instances that potentially, if you know, that gives you free stuff, right? So you explore, and you find that there's a lot of monsters surrounding you. So in some cases, monsters won't spawn, so you just get free stuff, which is pretty nice. But you know, chances are that you will find monsters in these places. I think it's one of those things that is that's determined by how lucky you are, right? Or the stat, right? How lucky you are, how lucky your character is. So we're just gonna go explore. Get some mana. Go through the dungeon. Just showing you guys sort of content or difficulty at the 3rd level of the game. Again, this is the easiest difficulty of the game. I've been playing extreme difficulty and the sort of the highest difficulty, which is sort of like chaos. In Chinese, it's called Honghuang, which is sort of chaos, which means sort of chaos. So you know, it's definitely more difficult than how the game was before. So rapid metabolism is still helping us, giving us our pill back. You know, you pop it in and it comes out the other end, right? So very helpful. Just heal up a bit. We need to get better pills. So you know, it comes out the other end, and then you recycle, right? You recycle the pills. You know, nothing goes waste in China, right? Like nothing is ever wasted. Look at that, right? So we're just going through this dungeon, and also, you know, in the higher difficulties, there's a certain maximum amount of pills that you can take in the especially in the early parts of the fight, which is caused by our willpower, which I suppose makes some sense, right? You know, if you don't have the will to finish the fight, then why would you eat the pill, right? Maybe it's like sort of like Naruto, you know, the fat guy Choji. He can only eat so many pills before his body just goes bad, right? Becomes sort of thing, right? I don't know, you know, if you guys ever watch Naruto, right? Like I really don't know how old you guys are. So like, I might be too much older than you guys. So we're eating pills. We're fighting the final boss. Okay, so it's a tree. The tree is probably one of the more difficult bosses in the earlier parts of the game, because you have to kill all like sort of 6 of his sort of things, right? Like, it's pretty annoying, to be honest. And he hits pretty hard. He has this like fairly fast attack. But in terms of gameplay, this game is, I think, probably easier than most roguelike games. Once you get the hang of it, right? It's not like impossible to beat. But then again, you know, all rogue games are pretty easy after you've sort of mastered the mechanics behind it, right? But you know, we're hoping that this game might be more than just a roguelike. We're hoping that this game might develop like stuff like multiplayer, and so on, right? So we'll see. So try to get over here. Let's get rid of these things. Okay, look at that, pretty scary stuff. So you have to, after he does that, you have to sort of dodge, and then now we can cast the ultimate. He'll go good again, I think. You know, like, there's really no good time to cast the ultimate with this fight. Okay, look at that. Okay. So we have to get him down low again. Yeah. Alright. So I haven't really maxed out anything. I'm still like low, like very low in terms of everything. So the fights are more difficult than they would be otherwise, if if you were to take the time and sort of upgrade everything, right? But I'm not gonna do that. I've already done that a couple of times in my other playthroughs. This is just to show you guys what the game is like, right? So, like if you don't take too seriously the sort of, or if you've already done most of the game's content and you're just playing for fun, this game is quite fun to play as sort of like a sort of coffee break game. I find you're just chilling, fighting monsters, sort of trying to go through dungeons, and then if you fail, if you fuck up, just just leave and come back, try again. When you're tired again, or when you want to have a bit of a break, right? So that's pretty good. We were in one of these treasure sort of hunts, and we received some currency and some, a sort of scripture, or the exact translation is a what is it called? Like a book, like a 秘籍, which is sort of like a secret writing, a piece of secret writing, right? So esoteric, or with hidden meaning, and allows you to unlock your potentials. Like in Chinese literature, like wuxia literature, right? There's a lot of stories where the protagonist, i.e. you, or some other protagonist, just randomly encounters these hidden scriptures or books that very sort of strong or powerful individuals left behind, and you just came upon it in your travels or during your hardship, and then you just train yourself with that scripture, that secret. Oh, look, a widow. Train yourself to become powerful, right? And this is sort of like reminds of academic research, because the people who write these books, especially like the sort of the archetypal writer, right? Jin Yong is the author that almost every Chinese person knows, right? Almost every Chinese person knows as a writer. He was an academic and a publisher, right? He was an editor of a very famous newspaper. So all of his stories are sort of like a transfiguration of the academic process, where you go up the sort of academic sort of way of life and trying to progress as an academic. But instead of writing books and publishing articles, it's learning martial arts, criticizing or instead of criticizing people of different schools, you're fighting them, right? You're fighting them for dominance, and it sort of, through that sort of meta narrative, it displays different sort of personalities, characters, and so on and so forth, right? And this new type of literature, which is called Xiuxian literature, which this game is a part of, is a development, I think, of that. But although it has other sort of historical forms, historically, other than the mythologies like the classics of mountains and seas, there's been a sort of kind of literature in Chinese literature called 传奇, or legend, right? 传奇literally just means the passing on of extraordinary or strange events or happenings, right? And so and that's basically sort of an antecedent of this genre of literature as well. So now we've made a friend and we've sort of sparred with her. After you've developed a heart with the person, now you could, you could train with the person technically, but this person doesn't want to, because perhaps she still misses or loves her dead husband. So we're just gonna, give her some time and talk to other people, right? There's plenty of fish in the sea, right, so to speak. So just chat with different people. This person's pretty strong, and she's unmarried, but her daughter died apparently, and her pupil died. Oh, look at that. She's not lucky with offspring. Let's just put it that way. So we can talk to random people. She's around our stage, but she's married. all these people married, but we are not married, sort of thing. You know, story of our lives. If you're watching this video, although you know you could be married. So we're in this town. This thing. So you could participate in these things after you've reached golden pill stage. This is a way to attain, I believe, the fruit that will allow you to equip better passive abilities. Where is it? It's right here, right? So these points, right? So we now have 116. So by eating those fruits, it'll give you extra Dao points to equip better and more passives. We don't really need that right now. This person doesn't want to train with us. We can talk to them. So you know, we can check out her personality and do this questionnaire. So she's kind, she's loyal. That's why, you know, she's loyal to her dead husband, and she remembers sort of enemies. I think this is called, like, I don't exactly know how to pronounce this. The first character is Ya, and the second character is like Xie or something. So some kind of shameless person is dressed up as a beggar and waiting for other people to help them and to sort of scam them. 九只人心惶惶, and then it's creating sort of anxiety in the people. 内有求原见之生，生宜驻足不前. And there's people sort of see this, but you know, like, because there's a lot of people that does this, people are afraid and are sort of hesitant to go forward and help the people. 唯恐避之不及. So just, you know, in fear of the fact that they might encounter the same sort of scam. And if you see sort of this sort of phenomena, but are unable to distinguish between real or fake sort of beggars or sort of 伤气, like how do you say, injured or old or sort of like peoples, what would you do, right? So since she is kind, you know, you could choose, doesn't matter if real fake, help the person first, wait a bit, look around, observe, and then help. Or the third one is, why would you care? You know, other people's life and death has nothing to do with me, right? But since this person is kind, we're going to do this. As you walk on the road, you saw somebody about to die, and then he is about to die, he gives you a sort of a casket, or I mean, like a box of things, his belongings. What would you do? So in order to give to somebody else, what would you do? So this one is like, you accept and you take on this obligation. You take the box for yourself. You know, don't give it them, right? You don't sort of care about the person. You don't talk to the person, right? You don't respond to the person's request. Since the person's kind, we're gonna take on the obligation. As you are about to overcome a breakthrough, there is a cataclysm, a thunderous cataclysm, but there is a lot of mortals beside you. And if you were to force your ascension, like I did many times in this playthrough, if you did you know, force the ascension, it will harm a lot of innocent people. What would you do, right? Ascension is more important than everything. Who cares about people dying? Fail the ascension and escape the cataclysm. Consider everything. I'll fail the ascension just because this person is kind, right? And she's more sort of good than aberrant. So let's ask her again. No. So we probably, because she is loyal to her dead husband, it's highly unlikely that we'll be able to sort of become friendlier with this person, right? So this person seems easy to talk to. We can now spar with her or chew the fat with her. I'm just gonna, okay, we don't have enough stamina. It takes 5 days. So the person should be still here. We can now spar with the person. Obviously the person, but the person is a lot stronger than us, so she's unlikely to do so. So now what we could do actually is to learn a new ability for our current sort of skill level, right? Because we've ascended, but we haven't really learned a new skill. We're either blade or sword. So there is a sword ability, but it's green. So ideally, we're looking for something that's blue. Or we could go to the school and apply to join the entrance sort of exam, or we can just travel a bit and then come back. So I'm just gonna go travel and then come back. So there's a school here. I'm not gonna do anything else after I show you guys how to sort of talk to people more, or how to become friendlier with the people. So you know, it's okay to just show you guys me traveling around and doing basically nothing, because we have enough time. So another one of these, hopefully this one just gives us more monsters. Nice. So let's just go ahead and fight this dungeon quickly. You can always skip in the videos, skip over stuff that you're not interested in, right? So, or whenever I tell you that nothing really is happening. So instead of me editing this stuff out, you could just skip on your own, sort of thing. So clearly the monster is a lot stronger than before, but and we do have to learn a new ability. But ideally we'll learn something, and something blue, orange, or red. Right? I'm okay with blue. Blue or purple is good enough for me. But green is sort of too low rank. It doesn't feel like it's worth it. Because you do have to spend sort of in-game time and currency to learn the different skills. So I always just go for the blue ones. It doesn't really, they're not more expensive, right? They're not that much more expensive. And they're sort of a little bit better. Heal up. So, we're just killing monsters and then fighting a boss. So, if you were looking for a break just doing this game is fantastic for that. Like some of the more popular games like Hades, I feel like it's like 30 minutes to an hour to clear a dungeon or to clear a gameplay, and I don't have that kind of time sometimes, right? I'm just looking for like a 15-20 minute break. I just want to chill for a bit. I think this game is probably better for that. If you just want to sort of play on the keyboard and fight bosses and whatever, right? This reminds me, like this kind of gameplay style reminds me of like the arcade sort of gameplay, right? But like those arcade games that where you finish it pretty quickly and then you're like, ah, damn, that's over. That's it, sort of feel. So I guess you could just press on the keyboard to make sure you're always close to the thing, because it does sort of blow you. The wind, the tree does sort of pull you towards him. Right? So you could just, but this is hard to do on an angle. Okay, I screwed up. So I'm just gonna save the ultimate to the end. So if you do sort of take him down to low enough, I'll just use it now. It doesn't matter. So you don't have to click, you can just press on the left mouse button and it'll keep on shooting, right? So that's pretty nice. Hopefully we'll live this. Yeah, we should. Because we have rapid metabolism, guys, and we have Lisa Lila, which hasn't come out yet because we haven't really gotten that low. in this gameplay, other than the fight against the three-footed raven. Okay, alright, chill. Feel like we're dying a little. Okay, so Lisa is here. Very nice. And he hits all these things, right? Pretty good. Very good. It's a very good talent to have. If you want to roll it, right? It's a good one to roll. Because it'll really help you out in terms of the game progression. It just clears monsters for you really quickly. So that's that, and we should be able to get some currency and a scripture. So this one is thunder or lightning. It's of the crystallization period, so that's a shame. It would be a lot really better if it were sword or blade. We could just learn it right away. We're still looking for school and for people to love, or people to know, I should say. Looking for a partner, right? So see if they're okay. We haven't been to this one yet. We have been to this one, so just let's check out that school. Chances are that school will offer what we want, but there's already been a school with blade, so this one is probably gonna be sword and then elemental. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. And the music in this game is just, typical sort of Chinese, fiery place around here. Where is there? We haven't discovered it. Okay. So okay, it's right here. So a major boss spawned over here, I believe. That's what they told me. Yeah. So we're not gonna fight that yet because we're not strong enough. The school that showed up is right here. Right. Just go ahead and check it out. So this one is Spare and Thunder or Lightning. So again, not our ideal sort of school for us. So we can go ahead and fight the boss, but I guess we shouldn't because we're sort of too weak. It would be better if we were sort of at the last stage of the crystallization sort of thing. And that really is a lot easier if you were to sort of get those sort of training points or experience points. This person wants to spar. Oh, okay, we've talked to her before and she's quite talented. And she's unmarried, so we'll let her kick her ass, right? This is part of the Simping episode. We're basically simping. We're basically sucking up to the ladies. And having friends in the game really helps in terms of the progression because chances are they might have stuff that you need later on in the game. They might volunteer to give you stuff, right? Pretty nice stuff. So where is she? Is she right here? Gifts. All right, I'll take that. Sure. So the person talking to you can refer other people to other people. It's one of the options in the chat sort of tab. So she's right here, so we can talk to her. Just nothing, right? And then we can spar with her again. Yeah, let her kick her ass twice in a row. She'll be happy after that. Pretty sure she'll be happy after that. Okay, so just stand in her swords, let her stab us in the back. Stab us. Stab me. I dare you. Look. She just stabbed us in the back. She's one of those attackers of Asian people. I'm just joking. So yeah. So now she should be really friendly with us, and we can now chew the fat with her because we're not exactly one heart yet. See what she's like. She's evil, strange, and sort of relations oriented. Sort of 天伦之乐 is sort of like family and friends, right? She's evil, okay? But she's relations oriented. So your master is, I've read this one before, we've encountered this one before. Your master is sort of causing problems in the world, but he has he's being kind to you. Would you help him, or would you get rid of him because he's causing misery in the world? I'm just gonna help him. You know. 人言修行等经以可知情，又有人言。So somebody says, one man, one art, or one person, one art is better than one person, many arts. And then there's other people. Some people say that, and other people say, the more you know, the better off you are. What would you say? I don't think her character. Well, we could check her out. So she doesn't know many things. She's only good at blade and sword, just like us. So I'm just gonna say focus on one skill. So sort of the calamity or cataclysm sort of thing. What would you do since she's wicked? Okay, yeah. So I picked. I don't care what other people, what it does to other people, and then she's pretty happy with it. So we're gonna train with her now, and then we can get on with showing you guys how to simp. Right? So you train with the person a couple times until you get to 2 hearts, right? And just to make sure we can find her in the map, we're also gonna mark her, right? So you train with her, you spend a month with her, and we've actually hit the bottleneck. That's pretty nice. So we're gonna mark her and then skip the month. Hopefully she'll remain here. This person gives us free stuff. She's around our level actually, but she's married. Okay, fine. Well, we'll take it. Unbeknownst to her husband. So this person wants this book. Do we know him? We don't know him. No. You know, you don't want to give people freebies, right? You know, they have to. So this person is like, oh, it's great to meet you. You're so great, you know. So she should be okay. She's gone. Is there any? Why are these married women talking to me? Why are they harassing me? So she's all the way over there. We're just gonna go back to town and heal up. And buy. Oh, one of her enemies is here. Pretty sure she just didn't like us from the get-go. Because you know some characters are like that, right? So and also we're gonna. So this is the travel item that we can get later. I'm not gonna get this one. I'll just get this one later on. So we're in this stage, so we can buy this. So these are the pills again that you need in order to break a bottleneck. So it's just, you know, forcing you to sort of basically get some currency. This one gives you spirit or mana. So, yeah, sure. And now we're just gonna go find our person of interest. Make sure we have all our presents, right? Well, our inventory is full. That's fine. We'll just leave some behind. Leave some stuff behind. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need these things, right? Okay. Take them into your bag, and then we're ready to simp. Where is she? She's over there. She's gonna go travel there. There's probably a point of interest here anyway, so it's worth traveling there anyway. So I'm just gonna go travel there, right? Teleport, and then just go all the way west, just to see what's here. Look, a school. Is it sword? It better be sword. So it's sword and wood. So yeah, we'll apply to join the school because we're sword oriented, right? We don't have wood, but you know, that's fine. Oh, she's here. Look, our person of interest here. Now you can express the fact that you missed a person. This will give you some favor. You could gift her stuff. I don't think she'll accept any of your gifts at this stage, but you can gift her a book because she's interested in books, right? She doesn't. She's not. You know, she's like, you're not close enough yet, right? So that's fine. We can spar with her, but we don't have enough stamina. We'll skip the move. Right, sure. She's like, oh, my pupil is a very good person. You should get to know them better. Sure. These married women, man. Chances are our individual, our person of interest is no longer here. They do leave after a while, right? Yeah. But these people are just chasing me around. Can we train with her? Yeah. Okay. So this person, you know, another person of interest. We can just, if she decides to stay, just put. You know, I'll be able to show you how to simp. So, you know, after you've trained a bit, you can talk to other people as well, right? You can chat with them. You could chat with her, right? Okay, ran out of stamina. Skip the month. Hopefully some of our stamina recovers. Yeah, so the school is about to have, you know, this is the school we've applied to. It'll have it in a month. We'll be able to fight the do the entrance exam in a month. So this better be quick. Okay, this person seems to like us a lot. We're making a lot of progress, guys. Okay, we don't have enough stamina though. So it would be better if we were part of the school already. So can we mark her? No. Will she receive our gifts? That is the question. Oh, we don't have stamina. Well, we'll see. You know, she might leave. So we'll have to do the entrance exam right away. This will just allow us to be a part of the school. Not yet. Spend 10 days. Alright, good. But in order to gift her stuff, we're gonna need stamina as well. So we'll have to come back to it. But now that she has 2 hearts with us, we can gift her stuff that she likes, and this will allow us to go further into the relationship, right? But now it's just the entrance exam. We'll focus on this first and go ahead and start. She's around our stage, pretty much as weak as we are. Hopefully we'll be able to do this. Yeah, we should be able to do this. Yeah. As long as I don't miss too much. Alright. Pretty straightforward. You just sort of stab them with your swords. This person has a fake mustache. Look at that. Oh, okay, we might fight him, might not. Around the same level. Good. This person has a shaman-like or shaman-like sort of aesthetic. It's pretty cool. So he's a water user. These are water abilities. Sort of like shoot water beams at you. Pretty cool. Alright, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Last round. And then we can go back to the real deal, because we'll be able to heal in the school after we... Look, Mr. Fake Mustache. All married like us, you know. Bunch of singles dueling it out. Hopefully it'll be pretty easy. Yeah, we have so much more life than he does. You think you're the only one who has it? Okay, he cast the ultimate before I did, so I couldn't actually cast it. and he has the better abilities. He has the abilities for this stage of the game, whereas I don't. But you know, still pretty easy. We won that fair and square. Got through it. Nice. Got some credits. Good. 250 credits. Now we can go back to Simping, right? She's 48. She already has a kid. Okay. So we can train with her again. Spend time, or we could rest up a bit first. Spend 5 days, and now we can talk to them. Express the fact that we missed the person, right? Now we can either continue to train with them or give them some gifts, right? So I need to give them gifts. So she likes picture books, right? So after 2 hearts, she'll start to accept your stuff. You know, dating advice for you guys, right? So Jade, so only start to give gifts after you've sort of known the person better, right? But after that, you should really just throw money at her, right? Just throw money at her, and she'll fall in love with you, pretty much. The moral of this game. So I'm just gonna give as much as I could, just to show you guys how this works. She likes Jade, right? Most girls like Jade. Most Chinese girls that I know likes Jade. It's very valuable sort of item. Bamboo. She likes bamboo. Do I have anything bamboo? Is this bamboo? Yeah, she'll like that. Good. She also likes picture books, I think. Yeah. So basically, we're just throwing, you know, as much shit at her as possible, and she's like, "Oh, thank you. I'll take this." Or she's like, or she'll be like, "Oh, I've been sort of, oh, we ran out of stamina, so we have to pass the month." Now she might run away with us, like every girl who's sort of taking stuff from you, right? She might run away now. We have to look. We have to check after after all these people giving us free stuff. So this basically, guys, is how you simp in this game. She actually just ran away, and we're like, oh shit, where is she? Because we couldn't mark her. So I'm just cancel these marks, just to make sure we have enough willpower. And now we can't actually find her. Crap. So we can apply for the next rank. Yeah, good. So 3 months later, we can actually look to buy stuff now. Blue is nice. These are green. This is for sort of next higher rank within the school, and it will refresh. The items will refresh in the school after 4 months. So you can always just come back, and to use these, learn these abilities, you only require 40. This one requires 50. And this is a ultimate. Right, this is an ultimate. It will shoot sort of things, and you can't look at the ultimate yet. But it takes too much contribution points. So I'm just gonna skip that one. Go back to town and see if there's people of interest. And then try again, right? Just talk to different people again. Make sure to mark them, right? So she doesn't want to train with us, of course. We can spar with them. We don't have enough stamina. So I guess I'm not a very good simp. That's basically what I'm showing you guys. You know, you can't exactly put a tracking device on other people like you can in this game. But, you know, just make sure you track them after you've sort of thrown your life savings, you know, lavished it upon them. Just make sure you know where they are, right? After, because it's just gonna be sad if you can't find them, right? And just like looking for them like I am. So clearly, I won't be able to find them for a while. So I think I'll end the episode here and pick it up when I've found the person again, and then just show you guys sort of the end of this little drama where we successfully woo the person. But there is the risk that the person will get married with somebody else, or for whatever reason during this process. So just make sure that this is a part of the game as well. And after you've sort of developed a relation with the person, you can acquire items from the person by requesting it from them. You can sort of you can just basically, that's what you can do, right? You can take stuff. They usually have equipment, abilities, pills that are higher level, and so on and so forth. So that's basically the purpose of this system. So in the next episode, I'll sort of show you guys a successful example of a successful attempt of simping, and then basically the same person. I just have to find her. She must be around, right? And then just gather all the materials that are required for the next ascension, and show you guys the fights that are involved in that process. Maybe we'll have to learn some new abilities from the school, and so on and so forth. So hopefully this has been helpful and enjoyable. I'll see you guys next time.